Unlocking Spiritual Wisdom, David Jeremiah's Guide to Inner Peace. Are you tired of feeling stuck in your life, struggling to find inner peace amidst chaos? In today's digital age, we're bombarded with endless streams of information, social media pressures, and constant connectivity. But have you ever paused to ask yourself what truly brings you joy and fulfillment? Let me tell you this, dear viewers. David Jeremiah, a renowned pastor and author, offers us a path to unlock spiritual wisdom and achieve inner peace through his guide, Unlocking Spiritual Wisdom, David Jeremiah's Guide to Inner Peace. You might be wondering, how can someone's advice help you find inner peace? Well, let's dive into David's journey and see why his insights resonate so powerfully. David Jeremiah has been walking this path since he was a young boy, facing numerous challenges that pushed him to seek deeper meaning and purpose. He once shared, "I remember being at my grandmother's house, and I was overwhelmed by the noise and confusion. It made me realize that there had to be a better way to live." This realization marked the beginning of his spiritual quest, which led him to explore various religious traditions and eventually found his own unique path. One of the most compelling aspects of David's work is his emphasis on the importance of simplicity and mindfulness. In a world where we're constantly seeking more and more, he reminds us to slow down and appreciate the simple joys around us. For instance, he talks about how spending time in nature or simply sitting quietly in a moment can be incredibly healing. A personal anecdote from David illustrates this point beautifully. Once during a particularly stressful period in my life, I decided to go on a solo hike in the mountains. As I walked, I noticed the beauty of the scenery, felt the warmth of the sun, and listened to the rustling leaves. That day, I felt a profound sense of peace wash over me. It was then that I realized that sometimes, all it takes is a little bit of quietness to restore our inner balance. Another vital lesson David shares is the significance of gratitude. He argues that cultivating a habit of gratitude can transform our outlook on life and bring immense joy. David recounts a story from his book where he reflects on a specific incident that taught him about the power of gratitude. "I remember one day when I was going through a tough time. I started thinking about all the blessings in my life. From my family to my health, every small thing made me grateful. It was then that I realized that focusing on the positive could make even the most difficult situations easier to handle. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's about seeing the good in everything, even when things seem bleak." David emphasizes that true inner peace comes from within and requires consistent effort. One of his guiding principles is to practice self-discipline and self-control. He explains, "When we allow ourselves to indulge in every desire, we lose touch with our true selves. Instead, we need to cultivate a discipline that helps us stay grounded and focused on what truly matters." An example from his life highlights this point. "In the early days of my ministry, I struggled with impatience and a lack of focus. But I knew that if I wanted to make a difference, I needed to train myself to be patient and disciplined. By practicing self-discipline, I was able to lead my congregation effectively and grow spiritually." David also stresses the importance of embracing vulnerability and sharing our struggles. He believes that by opening up and acknowledging our imperfections, we create a safe space for others to do the same. A heartwarming story from his book showcases this principle. During a sermon, I mentioned that I had once struggled with anxiety and depression. Many people in the audience were moved to tears because they too had experienced similar feelings. That night, I felt a deep connection with them, and it was then that I realized that vulnerability could be a powerful tool for building community and fostering understanding. In addition to these core principles, David encourages readers to cultivate a daily routine that includes meditation, prayer, and reflection. He argues that these practices help us connect with our inner selves and gain clarity. David shares, "Every morning, I take some time to meditate and pray. It helps me reset my mind and align myself with God's will. When we spend time reflecting on our thoughts and intentions, we become more aware of our actions and their impact on others." It's a continuous process of growth and renewal. Lastly, David emphasizes the importance of forgiveness and letting go. He teaches that holding onto grudges can weigh us down and prevent us from moving forward. A poignant example from his book illustrates this point. "I remember a time when a friend betrayed me. At first, I couldn't forgive them, and it consumed me. But then I realized that holding onto that resentment wasn't helping anyone. By forgiving my friend and choosing to move past the hurt, I was able to find peace and heal both physically and mentally." In summary, David Jeremiah's Unlocking Spiritual Wisdom, David Jeremiah's Guide to Inner Peace, is not just another book. It's a transformative journey that encourages us to delve deep within ourselves and discover the path to inner peace. His teachings remind us of the importance of simplicity, gratitude, self-discipline, vulnerability, daily routines, and forgiveness. These principles are universal and can be applied to anyone's life, regardless of their background or beliefs. So, dear viewers, if you're ready to embark on this journey towards inner peace, pick up David's book and start making those changes in your life today. Remember, the path to inner peace begins with a single step, and every day is a new opportunity to take that step.